Good afternoon, class. Thank you for tuning in for another classroom session. Today I'll be sharing 5 tips that I've learned to reverse DNA mutations. My original video of this was on Monsters Public Health, which is my first attempt at Parti Academy. It didn't work out. Someone stole my laptop and my account is logged in on there. So I don't know how long that video will be up for. That's why I'm sharing all of the information again on Parti Academy, because I studied and researched to make that video and I was pretty impressed with what I came up with. And I think that everyone should know these things. I just think that everyone knowing these things and having access to this information is very important. The first tip, if you are somebody that has mutated your DNA on accident, whether you didn't know that plastic can alter your DNA or did substances, whatever the case may be, just first and foremost, stop smoking, stop drinking, and stop all drug use. This is the easiest tip on the list and my favorite. If you're not into that type of stuff, you don't even have to do anything. If you are into that stuff, there is many different videos that can help you figure your way out of your situation on YouTube. Just do a quick search. The details for the curious ones in the back are: smoking any substance, drinking alcohol, or consuming chemically composed drugs causes mutations to your DNA on a cellular level. On average, 1 DNA mutation occurs per lung cell for every 50 cigarettes smoked. Smoking one pack of 20 cigarettes daily typically causes 150 mutations per year. Drug use is simply unsustainable and unacceptable. No excuses. This one to me was a shocker. I didn't understand that this is how the human body does confirmably work. Eliminate mucus. Mucus is a bad thing. People in college, when you go to college, you learn about people having theories, and one of the people, they said that mucus is where disease occurs. So simply eliminate mucus. Let's get into it. This can be achieved by strictly following Dr. 𝘚𝘉𝘓𝘓𝘓𝘓𝑒𝑠 nutritional guide. No being lenient, there is no room for error. Dr. 𝘚𝘉𝘓𝘓𝘓𝘓𝑒𝑠 nutritional guide can be found on the internet if you're unfamiliar and not willing to familiarize yourself with it. Basically, translation, you want to switch to a whole food, plant-based diet. Fruits and vegetables. Fruits and non-hybrid vegetables will produce a mucus-free environment. I don't know if you wake up with a runny nose every single day and you're not sick. I know I did, and that was when I ate bread, which is a hybrid. Dr. 𝘚𝘉𝘓𝘓𝘓𝘓𝑒𝑠 has some approved wheat products, and they did turn that runny nose thing off for me personally. But because I'm working to reverse any DNA mutation for life and longevity, I do stick to fruits and vegetables as much as I possibly can. That's why my last video is about how to stop cravings, how to reduce cravings, because that stuff is pretty delectable. If you do not want to participate with us school kids and you don't want to change your diet, you can detox and begin participating in this lifestyle by consuming warm key lime water at the start of each day. This is alkalizing instead of acidifying. It lowers down the internal temperature. Mucus occurs at the higher temperatures. And eliminating processed, unnatural foods like meat and dairy. Those are pretty acidifying. They bring a heat to your internal temperature. And remaining hydrated. The more water you consume, staying cool reduces your risk for mucus. Oxygen is one of the most important molecules to your body. Without oxygen, cancer can begin to form. Oxygen can do a lot of great things for a human being, so maintain your breathing. It is imperative that you implement controlled breathing using your stomach and full lung capacity to breathe. Some good exercises to adopt into your lifestyle: running/cardiovascular exercise, respiratory themes. And one thing that I've found very helpful is downloading the app Breathwork for daily assistance. And if you want to have fun with it, learning and maintaining your chakras, that will give you something to do. This one might sting a little bit, but exercising. You should be partaking in 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week minimum. The ideal goal is 60 minutes of physical exercise per day. This gets oxygen to your cells, the blood flowing, and allows the human body to flush out carcinogenic toxins. Carcinogenic means cancer-causing. Exercising allows your body to flush out cancer-causing toxins. Again, it gets more oxygen into you, helping your atoms. Allow your body variation by providing light, moderate, and intense ranges of exercise regularly. Switching to organic food is important because food that is sprayed with pesticides, aka inorganic or regular produce, those pesticides, the metals and weird stuff, ingredients go into the soil, which the plant then absorbs and then gets harvested and you eat it. It assimilates with your body. That doesn't even sound good for your DNA. So an organic diet is going to reduce the amount of weird excess molecules that you don't need that are toxic, and it's going to provide the knowledge from the plants that can help send you into greater directions. You want to maintain a diet rich in organic produce of the following. 1. Dark leafy greens. Do not underestimate the power of nutrient-rich leaves, and these are very important to get organic. They soak up heavy metals much more. Consuming 3/4 a cup of raw watercress a day has been demonstrated to significant reduction in basal and oxidative DNA damage. Other powerful greens include sprouts, kale, arugula, spinach, and Swiss chard, etc. I was just watching a video that said sprouts can heavy metal detox, especially broccoli sprouts. I'll put the video on the screen somewhere. That broccoli sprouts, they contain a chemical, so it has all of the nutrients of the full-size broccoli in the seed that helps to pull out heavy metals. And then he said cilantro is another thing. And I was like, what if we ate cilantro sprouts, since it's all condensed? The whole plant is condensed in the seed stage. And it's very clean to grow your own sprouts in a mason jar inside with a lid on, no bugs. You don't have to worry about bug exposure. I want to now do a video on growing our own micro sprouts of the cilantro and broccoli variety. The next produce that is important to consume a rich amount of is dark red and blue berries. Dark colored berries are rich in a strong antioxidant called resveratrol, which prolongs telomeres that defends the DNA of human cells from dangerous mutations. Pomegranates, raspberries, blueberries, those are all very reconstructive, very beneficial. If you have the choice between buying a new purse and buying 5 packs of blueberries, pick the blueberries. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but the blueberries are the right choice. Next, I wrote that raw honey, nettle, which I don't know what nettle is, I think it's a tea, spirulina, raw nuts, etc. is a third category. Other foods, such as the ones listed above, have the abilities to repair genetic mutations and protect against further mutations, because that's important too. It's one thing to stay where you're at and to protect the state that you're at. It's another thing to reverse problems that you made. I highly encourage you to just do things the right way so that you'll start to regenerate correctly. Looks like I pulled out these statistics here. So it says that 100% of the time, smoking leads to disease in every organ of the body in 100% of exposure, which is true. Smoking leads to diseases in every organ of your body. Lungs, heart, brain, throat, larynx, nose. I don't know about ears, but that's enough. That's enough for me to know. That's enough for me to tell you guys never do it. The next one is 20%. Tobacco is responsible for 1/5 of all premature deaths in the USA. Do you know how much 1/5 is? That is a lot. So tobacco is responsible for 1/5 of premature deaths. Premature deaths in the USA. Insane fact. I couldn't believe this one. 100%. Tobacco smoking increases risk of death from all causes 100% of the time. You cannot smoke a cigarette, you cannot smoke tobacco without increasing your risk of a stroke. Not one time. What was I just telling you guys? Smoking can cause cancer virtually anywhere in your body. Bladder, blood, in the form of acute myeloid leukemia, cervix, colon and rectum, esophagus, kidney and ureter, larynx, liver, or pharynx, which includes parts of the throat, tongue, soft palate, and the tonsils, pancreas, stomach, trachea, bronchus, and lungs. First, second, and third-hand smoke exposure significantly increase their chances of developing heart disease, stroke, and inflammation. Here's some good news. Quitting smoking decreases the risk for 12 types of cancer. In response to 5 to 10 years of quitting, your chances of getting cancer of the mouth, throat, or voice box, larynx, drops by half. Following 10 years of quitting, your chance of getting cancer of the bladder, esophagus, or kidneys decreases. Within 10 to 15 years after you quit smoking, your risk of lung cancer drops by half. Keep in mind, it takes 10 to 15 years of quitting to get this result. And after 20 years after you quit smoking, your risk of cancer of the mouth, throat, voice box, or pancreas drops to close of that of someone who does not smoke. It does take 20 years. Also, the risk of cervical cancer drops by about half. Other dangers to genomes include air pollution, genetically altered crops, which is GMO/inorganic, water contaminants / low water quality, radiation from too much sun exposure or tanning beds, chemical/car exhaust, and proper lack of exercise. Another thing is untreated parasitic infections. Check out your resources. Free rehab services such as Al-Anon are available online and in person. Research and know what options are available to you. There's detox coaching. Find YouTube videos and podcasts that encourage you and keep you on track while you purge, oftentimes pounds of uncomfortable toxins/waste, such as Yakai Awakened, Raw Vegan Risings, Official Loaded Loaf, and Jillian Berry. Those are my favorites. I don't know how long it will be available for, but becoming a member or subscriber of Monster's cooking community might be a really nice place for you to research. I put, in order to align with the human body's proper chemistry, we must eat the way our creator intended. Check out the playlist tab on Monster's cooking community YouTube channel for instructions and demonstrations. I have everything available. The best is the sauce recipes. I have raw vegan alkaline sauce recipes. I have raw vegan food recipes available, regular vegan food, alkaline vegan food. It shows the difference between the different types of diets that I'm explaining. And there's also a ton of info, over 200 videos about what all of this means in basic terms with informative graphs. The last resource I have here is researching and maintaining your chakras. I think that's the easiest way to preserve your DNA since there's already a developed culture around it. Chakras easily become imbalanced, so it's detrimental to your health that you are educated on your anatomy, which means there's different chakras all throughout your spinal column. Knowing if a problem arises in whichever one and how to take care of it has helped me. They easily become imbalanced, so it's detrimental to your health that you are educated on your anatomy and taking all necessary steps for correct care. Information can be studied off of YouTube, Google, books, etc. So those were my tips for reversing DNA mutations. I hope you guys found it helpful. Thank you for being such a good class again. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe, and feel free to turn the bell notification on to be notified of when we post new videos on this channel. Have fun applying these tips to your life, and class out of session.